All right, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, start.
Go.
All right, so we finally get to run Bloodborne. Sorry for the delay. There were some tech issues, but now here we are. So for people who don't know about this game, it's a game made by From Software. Very similar mechanics to the Souls game series, Dark Souls and Demon Souls. But it's a PS4 exclusive, so maybe not as many people have managed to play it. But it's very similar. It's a bit more fast-paced than the other Souls games, and has some special mechanics that we'll show off later. But for now, maybe we can do a couch call. So I'm MrTakahashi, running this game now here at ESA. And to my left, we have Sanso84, who's also a runner of the Souls games. And on my right side, it's Elias, who were running Dark Souls 3 yesterday and pretty much have been running all the Souls games.
Yes.
So at the start here, we're just picking up some healing items for safety for marathon strats, more or less. Enemies and bosses deal a lot of damage in this game, and a lot of counter damage compared to the other Souls games. So just to not have this end in a misery straight away, let's go with some safe strats. So instead of bonfires, like in the Souls games, this game have lamps, which pretty much work in a similar way. The only difference is that you have to warp back to the hub if you want to warp anywhere else, and the hub in this game is a dream, so to say. So now we're in the dream. We pick up our first weapons, so the almighty saw cleaver and the hunter pistol. What's interesting with... Oh, nice.
Oh, there we go.
Explain the gestures.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain the gestures soon. But the weapon we will use for more or less the entire run is the saw cleaver. It's the most OP weapon in this game, and you get it as your first starting weapon, more or less.
Yeah, if you haven't played this game, just use Saw Cleaver if you want easy mode.
Yeah.
It destroys.
Definitely the best one.
Yeah. So as you saw me there when I warped from the memory back here, was that I got the sit-down gesture. The way that gestures work in this game is that it's supposed to be based on the tilting mechanic of the 6-axis controller, but it works pretty much terrible. So pretty much you get it whenever you don't want to get it. Because the game thinks that you're shaking like a leaf, more or less, during the entire run. And you just get random sit-downs, praise the sun, etc. Which usually cause you to die, or just lose an annoying amount of time.
Yeah, it's just super, super sensitive. Like, if you just press to remove like a box when you loot an item, and you press X, and you don't even, like, you move your controller an inch, the game thinks you want to do a gesture. And that's what happened when he teleported. He got a random sit-down gesture when he teleported away. So you might see that more.
So right now we're running towards the first boss of the game, which is called Gascoigne. He's really annoying, and he's usually a huge reset point when you do normal runs, because he's kind of unpredictable. He likes to spam his gun and just do random attacks which you can't really dodge. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, the thing about this game is you can't turtle like in the other Souls game, for example. This game awards you for being aggressive. It's a very aggressive game.
Yeah, so there's a mechanic in this game that you can actually regain health if you attack fast enough after taking damage. So that's why you need to be kind of aggressive fighting enemies and bosses in this game.
Gascoigne is one of the two bosses in this run that the pistol is actually used on. So basically you parry with a pistol in this game instead of a shield in like all the other Souls games. And basically you want to use that in this fight a lot, as much as possible.
You gotta shoot the enemy right before they hit you.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see how it goes. You really want to try to fight him on the stairs here, because you can pin him against the wall. That's not that good. Let's take it a bit safe here.
Yeah. So there's 3 phases to this fight. Now he just entered the second phase.
Oh, it seems to me it's enough to make a man sick.
Nice.
It's a good parry. So now he's going to transform into his third phase. If you time your Molotov throw correctly here, you're going to get double damage, but I screwed up. So let's see. That's the best
Nice.
attack you can do.
Oh.
Usually you can get a parry there, but for some reason these stairs are a bit glitchy sometimes with the visceral attack. But we should be fine here.
Yeah. All right. Nice.
Wasn't the best fight, but
Yeah, that fight can be just such a huge reset point when you grind runs. And overall, it's just a scary fight because he's so unpredictable.
yeah, and usually when you do a normal run, you have less Molotovs as well. You only have 4 Molotovs for it, but now we pick up 6 extra, aka the typo strats. You can actually Molotovs are actually quite useful for some things in this game. If enemies are blocking doors, etc., you can just throw them.
He's picking up the Blood Gem Workshop tool here, which is actually really important because it allows you to put like gems to your weapon, and they increase the damage of the weapon by a huge amount. He's also gonna pick up the Hunter set here, which increases his defense and also the Beasthood stat, which will be, I think we'll explain that later what
Yeah.
it does when he's actually using it.
Yeah, now is a good time for donations if there are any.
We actually don't have any donations. What's up with that?
Come on, people.
All right.
Oh, we actually got one now.
Nice.
We've got Kiyoichi Saka donating $20 saying omelette du fromage. Vive la France, vive le USA. Sorry for not knowing. Vous êtes tous les gens.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
We got
nice.
another random
More
gesture.
gestures.
Typical gesture there. So what he picks up here from this guy is fire paper.
Right.
Oh, he should get it. Yeah, there it is. It just puts fire on your weapon, and certain bosses are very weak to it. So it'll come and play later.
Wow. So because these dogs are a bit annoying, I'm using the mech strats here to kill the dogs with the Molotovs. It's a safe strat, but it's kind of nice for a marathon run. Because those guys can kill you in 2 hits because of the insane counter damage in this game. So coming up soon is the first sort of skip that you do in the game. It's kind of an out of bounds skip, which they actually tried to patch by putting up an invisible wall, but you just jump over the invisible wall, so it doesn't matter anyway. Also picking up some blood cocktails here, which will be used on the next boss to avoid him attacking you.
Yeah, basically these blood cocktails that he picked up, they work like alluring skulls if you play the Souls games. Certain enemies are attracted to it, so they just run after it and chase it. Or they go to the spot where you throw it. And that happens to work for this boss coming up.
Oh, nice. Got the first part of skip. And the
nice.
second part.
Nice,
That's
really
nice.
good.
And that skip saved around 45 seconds.
Yeah. So now is a good time for donations while we're approaching the boss.
Doodlebud donated $10 saying cool cat. And Sakura Lalalua donated $5 saying greetings to Neoneris, Rude Becky, Pepsi Man, and the whole Germans team. Shout out to Thief Bug. And then we have Anonymous donating 5 saying Taka, Heart, Ella, Heart.
No Sanso love.
No.
Sorry, Sanso. I like you, Sanso.
I like you too.
Wow.
All right, so here's the second boss on the game. I'm going to use fire paper and beast blood pellets in this fight. The beast blood pellets, I guess you guys can explain the mechanic behind them while trying to fight this boss.
Basically what you see when he uses it, there's a meter appearing on the top center, and the fuller the meter is, the more damage you're doing. And you can fill the meter, as you see, when he's attacking the boss, he's getting full. And it just increases your damage by so much that this item is the most important item in the run.
Yeah, it also makes you take increased damage on yourself,
true.
so it's like a double-edged sword.
It's a bit like the Red Fiesta ring in like Dark Souls runs. Maybe not as risky, but like the damage increase is insane.
It's insane, yeah. So that was the second fight.
And that was a really good fight.
Yeah, nice.
So the beast blood pellets, the transform attacks as you saw there, will be used on pretty much, I think all the bosses except one from here on.
Pretty much
because
all
they're
the bosses.
So overpowered.
They are.
And it's basically the only way to get a huge amount of damage throughout the run. So now I'm going to equip this set that I picked up, which will, as mentioned previously, will boost my beast meter.
Yeah.
And therefore, deal more damage. So what you will see here is a bit of a scary drop, which will look like it will kill me, but if I don't fuck it up, it will be just perfect. Yeah.
And the reason why he goes here at all is to pick up the umbilical cord, and you have to consume 3 of these cords to be able to fight the actual final boss of the game. While he's here, he's also going to pick up the doll clothes that he's going to sell later for blood echoes, and be able to level up a lot with those echoes.
Yeah, blood echoes are like souls.
Yeah, they're like souls. Yeah.
We use them for level ups and buying healing items and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, this game, it doesn't really have, like, if you rest somewhere or you go back, it doesn't refill your healing items like it does in Souls games. You gotta buy new ones. You don't have Estus that, like, you always have, like, 5, for example. And then you just rest at a bonfire.
Yeah, you can run out completely.
Yeah, exactly.
And which means you have to grind for them.
Yeah, and they mentioned that I pick up the doll set there, and it actually make me level up a lot before the 4th fight in the game, which is really useful.
You sell for like 35,000,
yeah.
And probably gives you like 10 levels at this point.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, so the item I just used there was the cord that I picked up that you mentioned that I need to use all of them to be able to fight the final boss. And it also gives me 3 insight, which is sort of the second currency in this game, which can be used to buy stuff, which will be utilized later on in the run. So this fight coming up here is, if you don't screw it up, it's really easy. But if you don't get the perfect strats, this is actually more or less a reset. So let's try to not do anything stupid here.
Good. So basically you can attack Amelia at, I think it's 5 different parts of her body or something. 2 legs, both of her arms and her head.
Yeah.
And all of it staggers her in some way. And doing it in just the way Taka did it, you can pretty much stun lock her to death.
Yeah, and if you screw up one of those hits, she's going to start attacking you and you basically die in 1 hit because I'm still the base level. And now is a good time for donations because it's quite a run to the next place I'm going to.
All right, so we've got Totberry donating $25 saying Bloodborne hype, hoping to see some salty gestures, Taka. Hi to everyone in Nation 13. Also, I like the shirt Sanso from Toots. Then we have Druaden donating $5 saying greetings to all at ESA and good luck on your run, Taka. Grosse aus Deutschland. Grube. Grosse. I don't know. SG Kieran donates and says Sanso versus Meme Tent is going to happen today. Good luck to Taka on his run and who let this kid sit on the couch, Ella13.
Wow.
So basically we do have an incentive for an arm wrestling match. It's again Militant against Sanso. And we're $500 in on that.
It's actually Sanso versus Militant and Nubest, so it's a co-op.
Oh, okay. And then we have $5 from Lisans Nam saying Puju says hurry up with the run and get sub mech Taka so that Sanso that come pick me up. Good luck, mate. We've got Nuki donating 10 saying big Souls fan here, but I was never able to play Bloodborne myself because I don't own a PS4, but looking forward to the run and wishing MrTakahashi best of luck. We've got Kid Preppy donating $10 saying good luck Taka and shoutouts to the God Gamer and Ella. Anonymous donates $30 saying great to finally see Bloodborne. Big shoutouts to God Gamer Sanso for his awesome Souls streams. Damn Ella, you're not getting so much.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
Mr. Brew donates $5 saying random gestures, never lucky baby rage. Thank you everybody for your donations. This year ASA is fundraising for Save the Children and every single dollar gets amplified by 10.
So what I just did there was to sell the doll set and buy some shards, which I'm going to use to level up my weapon to +4. When you upgrade your weapon, it's actually quite a big damage difference in this game, and also using the gems. I need to save the doll here, so I guess I need to talk to her.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, we forgot.
to.
Oh.
Yeah, normally you would kill her every time I go back because it saves this conversation right before you level up every time. So it's a few seconds of time save every time you level up, but since you guys donated for saving her, she will not die today.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Nice. I was shaking like a leaf there. The item I just picked up was the item to get into the DLC later on, which appears in the Hunter stream after you kill Amelia, which was the last boss I killed. So there was actually a route change in this game just before Dark Souls 3 was released, where you're doing some stuff of the game earlier than you used to before. So instead of going to the fourth boss of the game straight away, I'm going to pick up something called a blue elixir, which makes enemies not being able to see me as easy, and it can be used to do a skip before Ram, which is the 5th boss of the game. So here I'm just picking up some extra beast ball pellets, which yeah, will be used on all the bosses in the game, more or less. And here are some extra for safety.
Yeah, you can pick up those straight through the wall. You're supposed to go into the house and pick them up, but for some reason the box for actually picking them up goes outside the building too.
Remember this little nice house here, there are the 4 blue elixirs, which are very, very useful. This path that I'm running here, you used to do it way later on in the run, because you're forced to do this at some point in order to get some additional items to get into both one area which has a boss fight, and also to get another of the chords to meet the final boss. And yeah, donations, because there's a bit of running here.
Hello.
Yeah, she doesn't have the headset on.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, hey Bubbles.
I'm Bubbles Del Fuego. Okay, we've got a lot of donations. $5 from Ukikami saying, shoutouts to the Speed Souls fam, Ella, Taka, Sanso, and Moral. Love you too, Sanso. That must have been a typo. Can we get the couch and Moral to say toot-a-doo?
Toot-a-doo.
Doo-doo-doo.
Come on, Sanso.
Do-do-do.
$5 from Rother's Kid saying, hi to all the Souls runners, and then gave the Praise the Sun emote. $10 from McLaurin. Hey, McLaurin. Bloodborne Hype. Shoutouts to the sexiest couch in speedrunning history. $5 from Fantasy saying, good luck, Taka and Ella. Tell Shoe story, please, El Giggle.
There's a command for it in my chat.
Go to twitch.tv/EllaJazz and I guess figure out how. $5 from Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous. $10 from Rebin89 saying, perfect start to my vacation with some great games for a great cause. Allegasm. $15 from Monster Fiskin saying, hello world. And $2 from Althor saying, greetings from Finland. Love you, Sanso bro. $50 from It's Me Ruble saying, Mr. Takahashi is the best runner in the world, J-Con style.
Thank you, Rubble. So, what I just did there was slight out of bounds. I don't even remember what we call that skip. Is it the Michael Phelps skip?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, because yeah, you avoid some swimming enemies, more or less. It saves quite a bit of time, actually. I don't remember how much it is, like 45 seconds or something like that.
I would say around 30.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly easy to pull off.
It's
too.
incredibly easy, yeah.
So while running through this forest here, which probably everyone hated on their first playthrough, because it's impossible to find the paths, I'm picking up a lot of shards to be able to upgrade my weapon later on. This forest is just filled with twin blood shards.
Yeah.
There's an insane amount of them lying around here.
Coming up is probably one of the hardest fights in the run. Shadows of Yharnam. This is a painful point to reset. This fight, it feels completely random, and we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's impossible to say what happens.
it's so much RNG in this fight, because there's actually 3 enemies in it. And sometimes they really like to coordinate their attacks in a very bad way, and you can't just avoid dying really sometimes. So hopefully we'll have the finish luck on our side today.
Exactly.
And you really want full health for this, by the way, because when you have full health, you see there's an icon popping up next to the Molotovs, and that actually you deal extra damage because of the gem I have. All right.
So he's going to kill the ranged one first. They all have different abilities. The ranged one being the one with the mace. So now it's phase 2. They go into this snake form, and they can do really long range attacks from here on out.
That pyro attack one-shots you, by the way.
Yeah, it kills you in half a second.
And there's another one.
And he should be fine now, because you can basically AI.
That was a really, really good fight.
That was an
really
amazing fight.
So this last guy just glitches out and dodges to the side.
Very nice.
Wow, that was amazing. All right. What am I doing? You can do some donations now. So I'm going back and leveling up before the next fight.
All right, so we have a donation from Augenrick, donating $5 saying, Ella, we love you. Heart, heart, heart.
Thank you.
We have a Carebox donating $25 saying, get Milton and Sanso to arm wrestle. Shout out to not seeing Nubis next to Ella. Anonymous donates $5 saying, really enjoy Taka running Bloodborne. Keep up the good work, all. Last knacken kule. I also want to remind everyone that we are fundraising for Save the Children today, and every single dollar gets amplified by 10. You can learn more at savethechildren.com, savethechildren.org/gaming for good. And I also want to notify everyone that we have, together with the matching, reached $100,730 raised.
There's a skip upcoming here, and you saw him use the blue elixir, which makes this enemy in the distance not see him approaching. Basically, the way the skip works is he's gonna use the tail of this enemy to get a boost over the fence. This is a really tricky skip, so...
Yeah, because the next boss is actually inside the lake.
Yeah, exactly. You have to get into the lake.
Oh, so close.
He will not see you unless you land on him, so you can try as many times as you want.
Yeah.
I need to kill this bug now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
The ear rip attack.
Oh.
Okay, I aggroed him.
He has to go around now.
Yeah. Basically, when we run this game, we don't use quit outs. Like you do in any other Souls game, we measure it in in-game time, which we do in this game too, but the loading screens in this game are so long that the community agreed on not basically quitting out to reset enemies and stuff.
Yeah.
And for doors, like you can quit out and it would be like a 30-second loading screen just to skip a door animation that saves like 5 seconds. So back in the day when we used to fail that skip, you just quit out and it resets the enemy position. We can't do that now.
Yeah, so this boss coming up is really, really scary as well. Not really the boss itself, but its minions. When you hit this spider here, it's gonna summon 10 more tiny spiders, and then they do insanely amount of damage. They can one-shot me if they do a certain jump attack. So I'm just gonna try to keep the max health here.
The reason why I killed the spider is you can actually stun Brom is trying to teleport away after a certain amount of damage has been dealt to him. So you have to deal with the spiders, otherwise they will interrupt your stunning attacks.
Let's see if I pull off the stunning trick here.
There you see him trying to teleport away, but Taka was able to stun him out of that. This teleport he will get though, but he's really low on health, and Taka should be able to pinpoint the spawn point about. Oh,
nice.
He's pretty far away, but should be fine. Or are you gonna do this back Molotov?
Oh, Molotov.
Good.
I need one more Molotov.
Yeah, okay.
It's gonna hit her.
Nice.
Alright, cool.
That was good, but
Nice.
Now I need to find this lady in the water to move on to the next area. And I think this is a good time for donations, so.
Okay, awesome. We got CB Ruffle donating $15 saying Ella13, also greetings from Germany, Ella13. We got Proflow donating $5 saying an explosion of salt was witnessed earlier today outside of Växjö, Sweden. Reports claim it was created due to a Twitch streamer's reaction to, quote, ridiculous RNG within a children's computer game. Citizens are advised to remain indoors as it will likely continue to rain blocks of salt for the remainder of the day. Thank you and may God have mercy on our souls. Doodlebud, oh sorry.
Oh, no, continue.
Doodlebud donated $10 saying, did Ella even change his shirt after that run yesterday? Ella, please, cool cat.
Dude, it's Bloodborne.
Talking about shirts, for anyone who has a submech message in their donation, they're up for might winning a submech shirt that I'm wearing today, if they're lucky. So yeah, put submech in there if you want to be included in the raffle.
Crash484 donates $20 saying, Skip Master, is that the shirt you wear when you drive your Ferrari? Taka, Ella, Sanso, you guys rock. Soulsborne community is the only community. We got Brandini donating $10 saying, God Gamer, Mr. Takahashi. Marissa Kurisame donates $5 saying, this donation is dedicated to Wid, the child who really needs to be saved.
Okay, there's actually quite a kind of a new skip coming here, which was figured out quite recently. Basically, the way it works is he does a charge attack through a fence and falls kind of out of bounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see it here.
I'm gonna show it off. I just need to kill off these
Yeah.
enemies, because otherwise they will troll me when I try to go for the skip here. So let's see here if I manage to get it.
Nice, and then he tips the fedora. And there we go. And nice.
Very good.
So I'm using another blue elixir here, basically just for safety strats.
Yeah, these enemies deal a lot of damage.
Yeah. So the items I picked up there was bolt papers, which are similar to fire papers. It's edge damage to your weapon. And then also some chunks that will be used for upgrading my weapon later. And you also see me picking up quite a bit of Madman's knowledge. So maybe Santu can explain the reason
Yeah,
for that.
Lily, I mean, Madman's knowledge is... you use them, you gain 1 insight per Madman's knowledge. And like it was explained previously, it's the other currency in this game. You have to get at least 60 before you enter the DLC, like 60 insights. So you will be able to buy the Blood Rock and upgrade your weapon to +10. Basically, you gain insight in every boss fight and finding new areas and stuff like that.
And you just picked up one of the main gems that you put into your weapon. I don't remember the exact damage increase it is.
I think it's a 12.5% gem.
Is that 12.5%? Yeah. And you can add 3 of those gems into the weapon after you've upgraded it a bit. And it adds a lot of damage on a weapon that already deals a lot of damage.
Yeah, the gems are mandatory.
So this boss fight is all about precise staggering. So the weak point is the head here. I got the stagger, so he should be dead here now, I think.
Yeah.
Unless I get really unlucky. Nice, that was a really good fight. So there's all these sorcerers in that fight, standing on top of the boss area, just constantly throwing fireballs at you. So if you're unlucky, you can get like more or less perma staggered by that and the boss attacks, and you just get killed instantly. It deals insane amount of damage, as everything else in this game. So now I'm going back to the hub once again, trying to not kill it all, of course.
Yeah.
And upgrading my weapon to +7 and putting the gem I just picked up into my weapon, so I, deal more damage.
Oh yeah, she's sitting down now.
Very well.
She'll probably be at the other spawn location on the last level up.
Yep.
Think this is good time for the donations?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have CPL McNugget donating $10 saying, Sanso, I love you. Heart. Sorry, Ella, Sanso needs love too. We've got Jaguar King donating $15 saying, here, $15 and I will donate it another 15 if you get the perfect music transition on Ludwig. Freed FG donates $5 saying, Submech, please don't ban me mods, Submech. Pink and Orange and Gold donates $5 saying, Sub Mick, hi Sanso.
I think
So maybe we should actually explain the submech meme. Who wants to go for it?
I'll let Ella do the honors.
I think it's better if you do it.
Should I do it?
It
Or-
started
Yeah,
in one of
dude.
your guys'
It
channels.
started in my channel.
It's on your channel.
Yeah. When I was grinding Bloodborne runs. For some reason, it became a meme to get a better time than another runner, Mech Zero. I don't know why it got so big, but it started spreading to a lot of the other Souls games as well. And therefore, I'm wearing this shirt today. Because I actually got the sub-mech. So I throw the blood cocktail there to beat that enemy so I can kill this enemy here to get some more upgrading material for my weapon. That guy, if you don't throw the item to lure him, he can do a jump attack and one-shot you.
Yeah, you see this meter that appears now? That's called, it's a frenzy debuff. When that meter fills to full, you basically lose, is it 80% of your HP or 70%?
It's 80, yeah.
It's 80, yeah. So it's an insane debuff. Hopefully you won't see it this run.
So if you get really, really unlucky here at the door, these enemies can actually kill you. You have iframes during the door animation, but the enemies can clip through you. And it seems like they're not following me. Okay, we avoided the distortion golem here. But if they clip through the door there, you're more or less screwed. And that's one dangerous part with doing the run without quit outs. Because if you're unlucky at certain spots, yeah, you will more or less die. I think this is also a good point for donations, because there's some running until the next boss.
We've got one more donation from Time Warren 405 donating $5 saying Jumala Gamer. I don't know what that means.
Jumala. gamer.
Jumala.
Yes.
It's not a bad word, right?
It means God gamer.
Oh! Quick reminder that we're fundraising for Save the Children. They've been around for about 100 years now, and they work in 120 different countries. Every single dollar gets amplified by 10 with a matching grant from the USAID. And you can learn more about this on savethechildren.org/gamingforgood.
Picking up another gem here to put on his weapon later. And upcoming is Micolash, who's a huge troll with a cage on his head.
Yeah.
This guy can just run around. He's really annoying. One of the most annoying bosses.
Yeah, basically you gotta like lure him into the rooms so you can fight him. And if you don't do it the right way, he just runs around in circles pretty much.
Exactly.
And you will never catch him.
And the direction he runs here at the beginning is completely random.
You want him to go right.
Yeah. If he goes right, it automatically saves like 15 seconds.
Yeah, so this is the worst RNG to start with,
yeah.
because you need to run out and run around and bait him to run into the small room. So usually it's not really the Micolash itself that's annoying, it's the puppets that he has with him, as they deal, as everything else, insane amount of damage. So what I do here is a strat to just bait Micolash to come out of the room, so I don't have to fight him with the puppets, and I can just hammer him down. And when he reaches half health, the second part of the fight will trigger, and he will warp away, and I need to find him at another location within this boss area. So that was a good first phase. I'm just gonna take a short detour here to run down and kill this lizard to get some more upgrading material. Try to avoid this arrow here. Nice. So there's actually a strat here to avoid having to run around a lot. If I manage to do a jump attack on him, here, he won't have to run around and bait him into another room. You can just kill him straight away. So let's see if I manage to do that. It saves quite a bit of time.
Quite a, yeah.
I screwed up.
That's not wrong. Okay. So now he has to go around, drop into the room, and fight Micolash in the room. The idea of that punch attack is to prevent him getting in the room, and like it says probably around a minute.
Yeah, it's a big time save.
Yeah, but it's really hard to get that punch attack.
Now, what's really scary here is he has an insane spell that goes all over the place. It's homing, and it also one-shots you.
Yeah.
But as long as you stay close to him, he'll pretty much never do it.
What are you doing, Micolash? Okay, that's good. Should be dead here, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
So now I actually have to wait for this door to open. Otherwise, I could just run up to the next area straight away. But this is fine. So yeah, good time for donations.
We have no donations right now, but I can remind you guys to donate for the incentive for Sanso arm wrestling Milton and Nubist at the same time. I'm assuming Milton will sit on Nubist's lap or something. I don't know if the arms are going to lap over, but we'll figure it out. It'll be a battle of the ages. And also to remind you guys how important this is, to celebrate the 5-year anniversary of ESA, for a limited time, your donation during ESA 2016 will be amplified 10 times, thanks to matching grants from the U.S. government to support maternal, newborn, and child survival programs in Bangladesh and Myanmar. You can learn more about these programs on gamingforgood.net. I really wouldn't pass this down. It's the only time you could ever see yourself donating $5 and it'll end up being $50. Or $10, it'll be $100. It's insane. It's unheard of. And speaking of which, we have a donation now from WTF Doug, $15 US. I know why Taka is the best speedrunner in that sofa. It's the beard. No cap of pride, though.
All right, so what I just did there is actually quite difficult. You pick up another very, very overpowered gem. But if you're unlucky there, you're going to get grabbed by the brain suckers, or what are they called?
They're like winter lanterns.
Yeah, winter lanterns.
Actual name.
And yeah, you're just going to die. So now I have all the gems that I can put into my weapon. So I have two, what is it now? Like two 15% gems and one 18% gem. So it's a lot of damage boost. So coming up here is, you can consider it the final boss of the game, because it's actually the final boss in a scrub playthrough of the run, at least, or the game, rather. So you can actually beat the game after killing this upcoming boss. It's quite an easy boss, because I'm so overpowered right now. But one kind of weird, annoying mechanic that enemies have in this game is the animation cancel. So if you manage to stagger an enemy out of an attack, they can sometimes immediately start another random attack which you're not prepared for at all, which is quite dangerous. And we'll see, or hopefully that won't happen, but we'll see.
Yeah, the any percent run of this game is... there's a lot of bosses you miss when you do it compared to all bosses. Like Taka said, you could just finish the game after you kill the upcoming boss.
I think you kill... How many bosses do you kill in the 80% round? Like 7? 6,
I think
7?
it's 7
Something
bosses.
like that, yeah.
And they're like 18 or something in the run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically this fight is just trying to get behind her as much as possible, and her attacks really can't hit you there.
Yeah, so just start a fight by building beast meter and then just mashing R1.
Exactly.
This is kind of bad position.
Yeah, it might get tricky if she gets into the corner, but
It's
You're
good at
fine.
it. That's
Yeah.
actually a good attack there to get her out of the corner. Yeah. It's just a time waster attack, more or less.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, it's fight is over. Nice. So for some reason there's like a 30-second delay here before you can do anything.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this is about. But
You gotta, it's some lore thing. You gotta wait for this baby to
Yeah.
stop crying. Baby rage.
and by the way, the attack that the wet nurse did just at the end before she died, that's a really bad attack to get early on in the fight. Because she splits herself into two, and it's really difficult to dodge. The entire area turns dark as well, so you basically just have to run around dodging for like 30 seconds or
Yeah.
something.
Good hunter. Very well.
Whoops.
there's another little skip coming here, which basically works like the ROM skip, but this time you just use a pillar to get a little boost to your jump, which should allow you to get over this fence. And the skip, if he got it on the first, that was really close. It said around 20 seconds if you get it on the first try.
Oh, so close. Might be stuck here for a short while.
It's a really tricky skip.
Can't get the boost, really. Oh, so
close.
close. Getting the boost, but not getting over.
Yeah, it's a very precise jump. There
Oh,
we
nice.
go. Nice.
So, I didn't actually lose that much time. Compared to running around, I maybe lost like 5 seconds. So, it's actually not that bad. But yeah, obviously if you get it on the first try, you save like 15 seconds or something like that. Yeah, I think this is a good time for donations as well, because there's like a minute to the next boss or something like that.
Okay, so we have Enroth donating $10, and he says, "What do we have to put in the donation to get Sanso's shirt, Kappa Submic?"
It's up to Sanso.
Anonymous donates $5, saying, "Ella, press the red button."
Does it do anything?
Ikaros donates $10, saying, "Great fun for a great cause. Good luck with your runs." Wednesday says, "Good luck, Taka. Nice shirt, God Gamer," and donates $10. Then we've got CPL McNugget donating $10, saying, "Ella, I'm sorry. Please don't cry. Ella feels." Nathan donates $2, saying, "Hi, this is the best. Good luck with Orphan. Ella, I love you. Kappa Pride."
I love you too. About this area, by the way, there is a really, really hard skip that isn't used in real-time runs. It's basically, there's an elevator at the end of this area that goes back to the beginning. It's a shortcut. And you can do an extremely precise drop, and you can survive the fall. But it's so precise you never use it.
Yeah.
I think Distortion, who did a segmented run, he got it like once in 200 attempts or
Yeah,
something.
something like that.
This is really bad, by the way.
Basically, what he's trying to do here is hit the head so he can get a stagger.
Okay,
Oh, there
good
you go.
recovery.
Yeah. That was really bad. I got the Mecha Gudala fight, but still managed to survive. Basically what you need to do is I started hitting him too early, or her. If you get 3 perfect hits on the head there with the R1s, she insta-staggers, so you can just kill her immediately.
You kill her in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And shoutouts to Dishstars for fighting that threat. Really good.
So now I need to go do this skip again, where I do the charge attack and clip through the fence to get to another boss. Hopefully we'll get it first try, like we did last time. It shouldn't be too tricky. If you don't line it up properly, you can actually get launched through the fence and get out of bounds and die. Or not die, but you can't get back in bounds again. So you really want to roll in the right direction when you actually fall down on the ledge after the skip. Oh, this is bad.
Yeah,
I'm dead here.
that's death.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the first one.
Yeah.
Not
That's
bad.
fine
Yeah.
though.
It's not a big time loss.
No. It's a tricky skip. Where you're at, you can be too close or too far. It's kind of hard to find the right distance.
Yeah, that's not too bad of a death either.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Oh yeah, what's interesting about this game is when you die, you drop your blood that you upgrade with, just like any other, say, Souls game. But in this game, the enemies can actually pick it up, so you have to kill the enemy to get it back.
Yeah.
No?
I'm not sure why the strong attack with this weapon makes you clip through certain things. Something to do with the movement speed of it.
Yeah. You can actually, by the way, also just sprint through that fence, but that usually ends up in a death as well.
Alright, that's fine.
Nice.
Bit of a time waster, but still faster than doing the old strat. At least. So at this point in the game, I'm quite over-leveled for the upcoming boss, so it will be very, very easy.
Yeah, the next 2 bosses are like early game bosses, and you're supposed to fight them way earlier than this. And yeah, they will just die fast.
And given that I have the Beast Build pellets, the +8 weapon with all
Yeah.
the good gems, yeah, you will just see how this fight is. Now is a good time for donations, if you have any.
Okay, we've got $13 from Little Vulpix saying, "Sorry about directing this message to Ella, but since Souls got pushed yesterday, I didn't actually get to see it. Anyway, save the children, especially Ella. Donating $1 for every year of this amazing streamer and speedrunner. Ella13, Ella High. Thank you very much, Vulpix. And we've got $500 from none other than classic Cyclops Boy, saying, I missed Chrism earlier because of work, but shoutouts to 360 Chrism, Ella, Sanso, Bubbles, and Mr. Takahashi. Hope Orphan goes easy on you. Yo, Cyclops, you got any more people hiring at that job? $5 from Planet Waxman, saying, I am so hyped to see all the awesome Blood Souls games run at ESA. Love it, guys. Keep it up and stay awesome. And I've got $10 from QT Ling Alex. Great run so far. Put this towards the God Gamer running 2 Worlds 2 later. Yeah, you might want to check out Sanso for those 2 Worlds 2 speedruns.
World record holder.
World record holder. 2 Worlds 2. $2, speaking of 2, from Opie. It's a shame that Bloodborne will not be released on PC. Nevertheless, good luck with your run, Taka. Also, shoutouts to the Soulsborne community. We got a lot of donations. $10 from Mangoat. How is this all bosses run if we aren't killing Lady Yharnam, Kappa? Got $5 from Manishman11. I think the only way to celebrate another successful ESA is to have Ella, Takahashi, and Sanso do a joint stream in dresses.
That would be something.
I don't think they make dresses big enough for Sanso. We've got $5 from Deathwatch050 saying Sanso in that shirt wow, is triple distilled and concentrated handsome. 10 out of 10. I agree. $5 from Scrub Casual saying shoutouts to the best couch of all marathon, my 3 favorite Souls runners, and my favorite game to run myself. $12.54 from Anonymous. No message. And $10 from Anonymous. I'm assuming it's the same Anonymous. He has the same name. Shoutouts to Moral. Says his message. Shoutouts to Moral. $5 from Delfringer saying, $5 for a good cause. I will donate another $5 if Ella makes the Praise the Sun stance. Go, Ella.
I gotta stand up.
You don't even have. You don't have a choice. It's $5, which is $50.
This shirt's a bit short.
Do it on your knees because the camera can't see.
What?
Camera
on my
can't
knees?
Yeah, do it. Go on your knees.
Oh, God.
Move the button.
There we
Yeah,
go.
round of applause. All right. $10 from Asa Kurta saying, oh, by the way, that was Cleric Beast, if anybody blinked.
Yeah, that's pretty much the
Yeah.
pinwheel of the Bloodborne.
Nothing
Yeah,
to talk about
that's
that. at this
more or less
point.
the first boss of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, $10 from Asa Kurta saying, never donated, but shoutouts to the crew running the event and hope it goes smoother as it progresses. Elfsai Kangru. Pav1, $5 US. My man Taka running another Soulsborne game in ESA this year. Also, Ella wearing the same shirt as yesterday.
But
Take a shower, man.
I only wear it for Bloodborne.
It looks like it would fit a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Weren't you wearing that
probably.
shirt 2 days ago as well?
No? You wore this shirt yesterday. It's only for Bloodborne.
And to finish this off for now, to let you guys talk, just $50 from Anonymous. Pretty good amount. Thank you, Anonymous. No message.
Alright, so we're approaching, I guess we can call it a secret area of the game, because you need to pick up a key item to get here. We need to avoid the crazy grandpa here with the guns. If you're really, really unlucky, they can hit you off the ledge here, and yeah, then you need to quit out. So in a normal run, it would be a non-legit run. But yeah, I managed to avoid it. There's a bridge up here going into the area, which has 2 enemies on it. also known as the bouncers. And they can just completely block the way, and hopefully they won't do that. Let's see.
Nice.
Alright, that's good.
Coming up is another skip, which is called the Orphan's Key skip. Basically the way it works, there's an enemy behind a locked door that has a key you have to get. Normally you have to run around, kill the enemy and get the key. But this skip, basically you hit him through the door, which aggroes him, and that way you can just kill him through the door, which is obviously not meant to be done. This skip saves around 20-25 seconds. So just gonna try to hit him here. There we go.
Nice.
Needing to approach the door here.
Oh, he's backing off.
I didn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
See if I can actually
Usually he
hit him.
approaches the door.
Nice.
He needs to get close to the door
Yeah.
so I can do 2 charge attack at him.
Okay. That should be fun.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Alright.
we go. Nice.
So I get the key there. So otherwise I would have to run around the entire area,
Yeah.
approach him from the other way, and yeah, kill him. So if you don't get that skipping around, it's a reset pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because it wastes so much time. And even though you hit him, he can just walk back and do a spell attack. So
Yeah, it is not 100% consistent, even if you manage to hit him.
okay. That guy was very far in that corridor.
There's another boss coming called the Celestial Emissary, which is a bunch of little aliens, and one of those aliens tries to transform into a bigger alien, but this fight should be pretty easy.
I think we need some allow in the chat right now.
What you want to do is kill the other one and then just focus on the actual boss at the end.
So this is the main guy here.
Yeah, and now you just hit him.
He's
and
gonna try to transform, but he just doesn't have enough time to do it. I think the upcoming boss gave a lot of players quite a lot of difficulties on their first playthrough. It was definitely the hardest fight for me in the game. But hopefully we will actually manage to avoid the most annoying attacks. Just kill her straight away.
Yeah, same thing as with Amelia. You can pretty much stun lock every edit to death.
Yeah.
If you hit right spots. Yeah.
When you hit the head, you deal so much more damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
It's alright.
Yeah. Alright,
Nice.
was alright. I'm just gonna go back and level up here, so it's time for some donations, I think. If there are any.
Yes, there are. There are many donations. We have Freed FG donating $5 saying 0 is the best part of this run. Elagasm. We got Jet Sean 12007 donating $25 saying great stream, guys. We've got George Zoe donating $5 saying 0. No, that's not what he said. He said thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only bluff when they're playing. Fish and chips. Trollolol. Corgil donates $5 saying 10 times each donation. That's really no reason. There's really no reason not to donate now. Bloodborne is my favorite game and I'm looking forward to seeing Alfred get annihilated. Did I pronounce it right? Yeah, okay.
Alfred?
Alfred?
I don't know who Alfred
Isn't
is.
he the one who gives you the fire paper?
Yeah, I think it
Anonymous donates $5 saying Sansa might be the world record holder for 2 worlds too, but Sir Lemmy will beat it to this Christmas. Bear and Riz donates $10 saying you still have dreams? Tell the little doll I said hello. Del Fringer donates $5 saying here's the promised $5. Money goes to Ella's choice.
Well, the arm wrestling.
Anonymous donates $1.4 saying, let's make the US multiply my money. I like that.
So the areas enter there is the DLC. So you actually get warped into DLC if you have the item I picked up at the start of the run after killing Amelia. In my opinion, this is probably the best DLC of all the Soulsborne games.
agreed.
All the bosses are really good. And the difficulty is quite high as well on the intensity of the boss fight. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, this the DLC is probably the hard part of the run. The 2 last bosses of the DLC, Orphan and Lawrence, are both huge run killers. So hopefully we'll get them first try.
Yeah, and those of you who have played the games from Software, which made the Souls series and Bloodborne games and what are those early games? Huh? Kingsfield, right? Kingsfield. You might recognize something from this first boss of the DLC. Not gonna spoil it.
So I have quite a bit of blue elixirs left. There's a ladder coming up later on that if you're not using a blue elixir, there's this annoying invader that can totally wreck you on the ladder and just knock you down. And if you get knocked down there, there's no way of you surviving. So I prefer to use a blue elixir there to avoid that happening to me. But I think in most of the cases you should be fine with this amount of vitality that I have, but things may happen. And losing runs to that is really annoying. There's also this annoying boomhammer guy over here that sometimes just backdashes into the corridor. Didn't do it this time though. And yeah, let's see if I can get through here. Thank you. Sometimes they just pile up in the entrance there. These bugs here can also stagger you with their... They have a weird poison spit attack, that one.
Getting poisoned here would be really bad.
Yeah.
That was pretty close. Oh no.
Alright. We should be fine, I think, because we have the blue elixir. So apparently those guys doesn't really care about the blue elixir at all. And here we have the annoying phantom, which... okay. Just trying to avoid these guys with the big guns. And just take the lamp here for safety, just in case something would go terribly wrong. Let's see. For this boss, there's also a staggering strat that you can do at the start of it. If you execute it perfectly, he will go straight into the second phase. And the second phase should more or less be quite free if you get good RNG. So.
Also, the soundtrack for this whole DLC is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But the bosses tend to die really fast in the speedruns, so you won't hear it too much.
That's not good. Need to get one more hit in.
Yeah, it's one more.
Okay. Let's hope for some sense RNG here.
Yeah, it's pretty much over now.
Yeah.
Alright, good. Once you get the visceral attack, it's more or less over. Because it deals so much damage.
I died to this boss 49 times on my first playthrough of the DLC, by the way.
That was decent.
Yeah, so in the second phase there, he pulls out the Moonlight Greatsword, and From Software tends to put that sword in all the games they make. So that's pretty cool.
I think this is a good time for donations. So there'll be some running around.
Awesome. We've got Anonymous donating $10 saying, impressive Bloodborne run. You've got for sure cold blood, Mr. Taka. Then we have Mr. Pants donating $20 saying, please do the whole make contact gesture. Also, good luck, Mr. Takahashi. Sekie donates $25 saying, I'm not sure if it was a good idea to show the chat that Ella can be made to do things for money. Ella dressed to return shortly. Great run yesterday, by the way, Ella. Good luck, Taka, for the rest of the run. Great watch so far. Doodlebud donates $10 saying, hi, can you tell my friends to stop meowing on Discord? Thanks. Stop meowing on Discord, friends. Carcinogen SDA donates $50 saying, hi, Taka, good luck on your run.
Wow, nice.
I also want to remind everybody that we're fundraising for Save the Children. This year, Save the Children is one of the most efficient and effective charities in the world, independently rated by charity watchdogs, and one of a few that focus on children. To celebrate the 5-year anniversary of ESA, for a limited time, your donation during ESA 2016 will be amplified by 10 thanks to matching grants from the US government to support maternal, newborn, and child survival programs in Bangladesh and Myanmar.
Uh-oh.
Salty gestures.
Get up.
Oh, okay, they're walking away. That could have been bad.
Yeah.
That could have been a few claps. That's actually, that corridor there is one of the most dangerous parts of the run. Because if they start to attack you there, you just die instantly.
Yeah, there's two paths here actually. The path Taka just took is way more dangerous, but saves like, what, 3 seconds?
Yeah,
Something like that.
So we went for the YOLO strat here.
Yeah. It's known as the YOLO path.
Yeah.
So we have to pull a lever here to get access to the next boss. There is a skip you can do here, but it's only possible to do in segmented runs. But this upcoming boss shouldn't be too much of an issue if you manage to kill the first enemy straight away. Well, let's see what happens. That's really good. Yeah. He will just continue to spawn here now, hopefully, and you can just kill them off one by one.
Yeah, there's 4 of them that spawn, and they all have set spawn points. So what Taka's doing here is just camping one of them and hoping that the others aren't aggressive.
This is going to be a bit annoying if he starts hitting me with that.
That was really good.
If you get unlucky here, there can be one of those guys left, and they can actually follow you into the next boss fight, which is in this arena. Which is kind of an unpleasant surprise. Also a funny highlight when that happened to one of the runners of this game. This boss fight is quite tricky, especially the third phase, because her attacks have like 360 damage, no scope more or less, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, this fight looks really cool also.
This should be good.
Yeah, it is. Ooh. Oh, nice. Yeah. So now she's in phase 3, but
What?
oh,
This is when it.
yeah,
gets
this is when
tricky.
she's dangerous.
Oh,
Oh, oh, oh.
one more hit to kill her.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. that was really clutch. That attack that she did there, by the way, is really difficult to dodge. That was a bit too close.
Yeah, basically she has 3 phases, and after every phase she gets after the second phase she gets fire after her attack. No, blood actually, and then in the third phase she gets fire. So her reach gets extended after every phase. So in the end she can hit you from really, really far away, and it can turn really difficult.
And yeah, it's quite a run to the next boss, so if there are any donations, please go ahead.
Yes, we have another $50 from Carcinogen SDA saying, finally a marathon run that does Bloodborne some justice. Go Taka go! Then we have Samil Danash donating 25 saying, hi, so nice to see gamers giving their time and money for such a good cause. Shame this is not a race between these 3 runners. Shout out to the team behind ESA. I would love to see a race between these 3 people. Then we have Puju donating 5 saying, ow, ow, ow. Dog face, no space, $25. Greetings to Lawrence. We've got Carter Party donating $10 saying, I'm glad to be useful. Thanks for ESA for that. Save the children. By the way, them shorts with high socks. Pre-gasm. We have Jens Strikes donating $5 saying, first 2 donation messages got lost somehow with 3rd time's a charm, right? Also the 10 times multiplier rocks. Thanks, Obama. Really enjoying this run and the event in general. Keep it going. Good luck to all the runners and greetings from Cologne, Germany. Thank you, gents. We've got a donation from Pav donating $10 saying $10 for that Lady Maria clutch. Yeah, I do think that deserves quite some donations. Remember, we're fundraising for Save the Children this year. Every single dollar gets amplified by 10. Thank you everyone for donating.
Okay, it's almost time for probably the hardest boss in this run.
Yeah, you just need to avoid the mech lightning here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people think this boss coming up is like the hardest fight From Software's ever made in these Soulsborne games.
Yeah, definitely. It's so unpredictable,
And he
especially
deals-
the second phase.
Yeah,
And yeah, the damage as well.
crazy.
It's insane.
Taka has aced this fight in practice a
Yeah.
lot, so
Wow, the pressure.
my hopes are high. I have confidence.
And the confidence is so high, so I'm taking the Peach elevator here. The lamp. No, but seriously, this boss fight is insanely difficult compared to pretty much anything else that From Software has made in terms of boss fights.
yeah. He also has a lot of HP, but you can backstab and riposte him.
All right, let's see. This area is also quite annoying, the boss fight area, because there are some items that can, or like trees and stuff that can block you sometimes if you're in the wrong position. So let's see here. You want the jump attack here at the start. That's the worst start. That's a good attack. Nice.
So at 50% he should turn phase 2, but sometimes he keeps on attacking in phase 1. Yeah, here we go. Alright. Very good. That was
Nice.
That was
awesome.
a really good fight.
That was really good.
So we managed to avoid the second phase madness. If you manage to backstab him when he transforms into the second phase, the fight should be somewhat free. He has one attack he can do, which is a lightning attack, and you can't backstab him when he does that attack. So we managed to avoid that, fortunately. I'm just restocking here on some items, getting some more beast blood pellets, etc. Now I should have enough for the rest of the run. So going back into the DLC for the final DLC boss. This fight is also quite tricky, especially the second phase if you're not used to the timings of the attacks. First phase should be somewhat free, because there's a good setup there, found by Mech actually. So yeah, let's see if we manage to pull it off. So yeah, I run through the same area again. You might remember I picked up an item close to like a big enemy who looked quite similar to Cleric Beast. He's gonna be awake now and trying to mess with me, I guess.
I think this is the boss with the biggest health bar in the entire game.
Yeah.
He has an insane amount of HP.
Just to let you guys know that the incentive for the arm wrestling has been met.
Nice.
Sanso, Nubis, and Milton should get ready after this run.
This is really bad.
Ooh.
By the way, I didn't get the strat. Okay, what are you doing?
Wow, this is weird.
Yeah, this is tricky.
Alright. Nice.
Okay, that's a good attack.
Alright.
Again, nice.
Good.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't know why I didn't get the strat there at the start, but probably hit the wrong spot or something.
That was the DLC.
That was a DLC. That was a Deathless DLC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare.
I think you only have one death to the skip.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
So now we're going back to Grand Cathedral, where we fought Amelia, and heading to fight the witches, and then heading to the secret area to fight the Martyr Logarius. So there's quite a run here as well. So if there are any donations, please go ahead.
Yeah, we got a few donations here. First off, congratulations on this pretty much deathless run so far. No deaths to bosses, really hard. This game's very hard. I would follow Takahashi, very good runner, along with Elias and Sanso. But here we got $10 from Maestro, saying save the runners. Thank you, Maestro. $25 from Nightshade, saying you're running for Save the Children, and you've killed a beautiful daughter, a poor orphan, and even their wet nurse. Shame on you. God, how could you? And $15 from Chapaloon Ho, saying, hi guys, I love the whole thing of gaming for a good cause. Thanks to everyone who helped make this happen, and all other supporters. Besides, I saw Ella's Dark Souls 3 run yesterday, and thanks to him for showing me how to beat the second boss within a playtime of a couple minutes, what took me 8 hours. And one more thanks for being responsible, that I almost fell asleep in front of my computer in the office today. Go Taka, you're a beast. Greets from, wow. How do you say that one, Moral?
Düsseldorf.
I'm American, I apologize. $10 from Windrunner11 saying, donating for that nice orphan fight. Well done, Taka. Easy sub-mech. Yeah, that orphan fight is not that easy. That was amazing how he pulled that off.
Okay, that works. Doesn't it?
Okay.
Where do you get these
We're back.
from? Oh, we're back?
Yeah. Just tell me when to go ahead. Yeah. All right, we're back.
We're back.
Sorry about that. Had a little mishap happen there. What else was I saying? Yeah. Shout out to the other runners of this game. Lost Feather, who got the world record. I think it's 113.
13:52, I think.
Yeah, in game time. He got it just before Dark Souls 3 was released. And then obviously the two people here on the couch. Distortion 2 was the previous world record holder, and who's found a lot of strats for this game. Mech Zero, who's also a really good runner of this game. Who else?
OPG.
OPG, of course. The Italian master, Italian record holder of this game, as far as I know. And there's probably other people as well.
QDD6.
Yeah,
obviously.
QDD6.
QDD, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And most of the people that I mentioned also run the other Souls games as well. So check them out. Unfortunately, when the stream crashed, I had to quit out. So this is now considered a segmented run. I'm not going to be able to beat Mech's bronze medal segmented run or the silver medal run, but yeah, it's alright anyway.
Yeah, this fight coming up is it's supposed to be done earlier, and now Taka has a really strong character, so it'll be over real fast, hopefully.
Yeah, so what usually happens in this fight is that there are two witches, and you have to find them. And if you don't kill both of them under a certain amount of time, they will despawn, or they will respawn the other one again, even if you kill it. So, yeah, that's how the usual fight looks like, pretty much. Alright, this was interesting. People have actually died here coming out from this fight. Even though you're quite over-leveled, these dogs can combo stagger you and kill you. So now we're gonna enter this secret area here with another boss, Logarius.
Yeah, this is pretty much the secret area of Bloodborne, like Painted World in Dark Souls 1. Or Archdrake Valley in 3.
I think it takes about two or 3 minutes to run the boss here. So if there are any more donations, feel free to read them.
First off, I'd like to mention that if anybody donates with sub-mech in their donation, they will enter the raffle for winning the sub-mech t-shirt. And $5 again from Corgil saying, Alfred, damn, I meant Ludwig. $5 more. And we've got $5 from Pudding of Doom. Hey everyone, keep up the awesome work. P.S. Ella, there's a golden kappa in the chat.
Oh.
And $100 from Multicraft.org. From multicraft.org. So I guess they want that plug. Great event, keep it up. That's all they said. That is $1,000. Everything has a 0 added on at the end of it. You guys just have to realize that because the United States government with their grants.
What are we at totally now?
Including the donations matched by the USAID. If you just look on the stream, everybody at home can figure it out as well. We are about $125,000.
Nice.
Oh. So the upcoming boss here shouldn't be too difficult, since I'm quite over-leveled. Unless he does a specific attack, which is, we call it the Insta-Skull attack, and it more or less damages you directly, and usually does it twice in a row. And that deals insane amount of damage, because it's usually counter damage. But if we can manage to avoid that, then this fight should be safe. So when he goes into his second phase, he stands down and buffs. So you can actually backstab him and almost immediately kill him there. If you don't do that, he will have hyper poise during his second phase and you can't stagger him.
But have you eaten all the cards?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just checking.
There's been runners who, when you do all bosses, you, like Taka explained earlier, you gotta eat these 3 chords to spawn the final boss, the true final boss. And there's been a lot of runners who's just forgotten to eat the last one right as you kill the second to final boss, and then it's too late.
Yeah.
So your run doesn't become valid.
Yeah, it was more common before when
Yeah.
you didn't need to get a lot of insight.
Yeah.
You get 3 insight each time you use a chord. So people usually forgot it. I think Santo has the cordless recce of this game,
Might be.
actually. And it's yeah, not that fun when you realize you kill the almost the final boss, and then yeah, it's not a legit run. Not the best start, but
That's weird.
ouch.
Alright, nice.
That was alright. So, coming up to the 2 final boss fights of the run. They're actually in the dream, in the main hub of the game. So the only thing I need to do now is I'm gonna buy some more pellets and bolt paper. And the reason I do that is because when you actually use Insight, you get a beast meter. So by buying these pellets here, I get like a half-filled beast meter when even before I start a fight, which is really good. So I need to attack this person sitting here in a wheelchair. He has to be a bit of a mean guy, but that's the way it is.
Yeah, in any percent, you just walk up to him, you talk to him, and you choose to sacrifice yourself or surrender yourself, and the game's over. But if you refuse to do it, or if you attack him, this fight starts. And what you want to riposte him a lot or parry him.
This is bad. If you're unlucky, this guy can sometimes cosplay as an attack helicopter, and that's really bad, but I think we're avoiding that now.
I should do it. Nice.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
And he's dead.
Awesome. So all chords are eaten here, and then now the final boss spawns because of it.
Should be dead here.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
yeah, time coming up soon.
So, yeah.
In like 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Time. That's Bloodborne.
That was an awesome run.
That was really,
Not a single
really
death to a
good.
boss.
What was the time?
136.6.
Okay. That's good.
It's fine. Alright, so I guess everyone is hyped for the arm wrestling contest coming
Yeah.
up.
Yes, we will have an arm wrestling contest between Miltent, Sanso, and Nubest. So if you guys could come over here.
I need to go to the bathroom.
You can go to the bathroom first,
Okay,
that's
thank
fine.
you.
Alright, thanks a lot for having me here and those guys on the couch here as well. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you for
Thanks
running.
for the amazing run.
Miyazaki, please make Bloodborne 2.
Yeah, please make Bloodborne 2.